Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Mail Club Corner. We're still workshopping that title. If you're new here, I make a fantasy adventure webcomic called Cast Off, and every month I'd make 2 stickers and a print for my Patreon Mail Club. Usually each month has a specific theme that patrons help me choose, but this month's a bit of a weird mixed bag where I had one theme for the print and a different one for the stickers. And on top of that, both are continuations of series I've done in the past. I'll explain what that means, but let's go ahead and get into the art, shall we? So while each Mail Club generally has a different theme, in the past I've stretched Mail Club themes across multiple months so I could drag more characters into the mix. Early on I did a set of flower language themed stickers, and over the course of several months drew the entire main cast with flowers I thought matched their vibes. I also did a set of positive affirmation stickers, magical girls and boys, witches, and the most recent, Zodiacs. The Zodiac set started about a year ago when I finally sat down and figured out birthdays for the entire main cast. This was something I did partially for in-universe lore reasons. I was trying to figure out the calendar and iron out my timeline. Yes, this is something I didn't do until 9 years into the comic, don't worry about it. But also just because I wanted to be able to post on social media whenever it was a character's birthday. Something which I have not done, but whatever, it's fine. Anyway, the cast-off calendar is basically a simplified version of our real-world calendar based on seasons instead of months. Every season is 90 days and coincides with 3 months in Earth time. So instead of Vector's birthday being on April 17th, his birthday in-universe is Spring 47th. If you want to find your cast-off birthday, one of my readers made this helpful guide on how to convert dates to the cast-off calendar. Post your cast-off birthday in the comments! Mine's summer 13th, by the way. I mainly chose characters' birthdays based on vibes. For example, Ariana feels like she'd have a winter birthday. Marina I can imagine being born in fall, Rory in the summer. Vector and Frankie share the same birthday, and it's actually the day the comic started. Once I figured out each character's in-universe birthday, I converted it over to the Earth calendar, and at some point realized, oh my god, I can figure out their zodiacs from this, hell yeah! Now, do I think astrology is real? No. Am I a sucker for anything star-themed and find them aesthetically pleasing? Yes. Did I choose my characters' birthdays based on what their star signs would be? Absolutely not. Am I still gonna have fun drawing them? You bet I am. I started this series last year by doing a whole Zodiac-themed set with a print and 2 stickers to match, featuring Vector as an Aries and Liam as a Virgo. But I was itching to continue the set, and when I did a Greek mythology AU over the summer, I figured it was a perfect time to design a few more. So then we had Marina as a Libra and Rory as a Gemini. For this month, we've added 2 more, and since we're kind of focusing on the Zara squad for this set, I felt like it made sense to throw the dynamic duo of Sonja and Terran into the mix. Right as a bunch of really bad stuff is happening to them in the comic. Don't worry about it. Sonja's birthday is Spring 66 in the comic universe, May 6th in our calendar, which makes her a Taurus. As per usual, I did a lot of digging around for visual inspiration relating to the star sign. Taurus is the bull, of course, and with it being an earth sign, there's a lot of association with the color green. I briefly considered going more heavy on the green in this sticker, but not having Sonja's signature purple freaked me out too much. If you put her on a green backdrop, I'm like, who the heck are you? This is not my beautiful purple wife. One thing I did do, though, was give her a slightly different hairstyle. Sonja always has her locks pulled back in a low ponytail in the comic, but I styled them in a kind of half up, half down style for this outfit. I've been wanting to draw her with her hair down for ages and finally got a chance, and now I just gotta find space to do it in the actual comic. The stained glass backgrounds for the stickers is a holdover from the original set. I was really itching to render stained glass at the time and wanted to test it with a special finish my sticker manufacturer has. It's this very faint holographic shimmer that you can isolate to specific parts of the design, and it's gorgeous. It's subtle but looks so pretty in person. I adore it. And when I started making more Zodiac stickers, I figured it would make sense to keep the same template, so I've just been reworking the same stained glass background for each design. We love recycling in this house. Seeing as the Zodiacs are based in Greek mythology, it made sense to give the characters some Greek-inspired outfits. Basically, white, loose-fitting, drapey outfits with metallic gold accents. Each character's outfit is slightly different and have their Zodiac symbol somewhere on the middle accent pieces. Side note, but I really like rendering shiny metal. It sparks joy, and I will do it whenever possible. Love to add slight blooming highlights to the shiny bits. I love it. And there's Sonja's sticker all done. Now it's time for Terran's. But I apparently did a little whoopsie doodles and forgot to record the rendering process for his, so y'all just get the sketch this time. Sorry, please forgive me. Anyway, Terran's Zodiac is Aquarius and his birthday is February 8th, and this was a day I chose very specifically. See, Terran's a bit of the himbo frat boy type, and I made his in-universe birthday Winter 68th. He is one day off of being born on the 69th, and I think he would absolutely make a whole thing about it, lamenting his rotten luck and how close he was to being born on a very nice day. He'd be so dramatic, and I find that very funny. I actually almost made Sonja born on the 69th because imagine those conversations. He'd be so jealous. Meanwhile, Sonja has no idea why he's making such a big deal about it. I love their dynamic so much. They're such a comedy duo and they bring me so much joy. Again, don't worry about what's happening to them in the comic right now. It's fine. Figuring out the design of his sticker was a little tricky. Aquarius is the water bearer, and I thought it would be fun to pose him kind of flexing and showing off the muscles a bit while doing the water bearing thing. I also wanted him to have his hand on his hip, but I also wanted to keep the character portraits all roughly the same size. So sorry, Terran, we've chopped off your arm for size consistency purposes, but hey, at least you get to have your tits out. That's something. I think this was the first time I've drawn any of the cast without a shirt. And of course it's Terran doing it. That makes sense for him. Anyway, that's the stickers all done and pretty. Let's move on to the print. So, like I said, both the stickers and the print for this month were part of pre-existing sets, and this month's print is part of the longest running series I've done, which is a set of tarot card prints, one for each character in the main cast. Tarot cards are another thing I don't really believe have any kind of magical predictable ability or anything, but I do enjoy them aesthetically, and I've been toying with the idea of doing a cast-off themed tarot deck for years. However, that's a lot of work, so in the meantime, we're just doing tarot-inspired prints. I've already done the entire main cast in past mail clubs. We had Vector as the Fool, Ariana as the Chariot, Frankie as the Sun, Marina as the Lovers, Rory as the Devil, and Sage as the Hermit. I have done a Zero one, but I've been holding off on doing the rest of the Soldier Quartet until they've got more screen time in the comic. I was originally planning on doing Liam's tarot card this month, but got pretty stuck on the composition, threw a poll at my patrons, and, well, we went in a different direction. Fitting too, since this character's existence was only revealed this chapter. Do you guys know how hard it was to keep a hugely plot important character a secret for 15 goddamn years? Oh my god, I can finally talk about Luca. Well, sort of. We haven't gotten a face reveal for him yet, and we know very little about him presently, but this here is a guy who haunts the narrative like it's his job. I've been dropping hints at his existence for literal years, and the fact that I can finally not only say his name, but also draw him? Wow. Incredible. And a guy who haunts the narrative because he's been dead since long before the story started? Perfect fodder for the Hanged Man tarot card. Now, again, we haven't gotten his face reveal yet. Gonna make y'all wait a little longer for that, apologies. But luckily, the format I've been using for these designs, combined with the traditional composition of the Hangman Tarot, give me the perfect way to hide it. Love it when things work out. I think of all the tarot cards I've done, this one is the least metaphorical and closest to actual in-canon events. We've seen this scene multiple times throughout the comic, albeit with his body and other parts of the scene obscured, so it made sense to stick close to canon. I mean, if it works that well, why change it, right? I was even able to play with my really high contrast reds and blues that I love so much for dramatic flashbacks. Overall, this was a pretty simple print to put together, which I'm grateful for considering I was drawing this in December and it was super busy. But the one thing that gave me trouble was the top half of the print. The bottom half with the body and the bloodstains was really visually interesting, but I wanted to make sure we saw enough of his body to understand what was going on in the scene, but that ended up making the top half really boring. Just legs and stairs. Wow, riveting. Friends I showed it to said it was fine, but it still bugged me enough I considered a few workarounds and ended up adding these shadows to imply the presence of other people at the scene. Who are they? Well, if you've read the comic, I bet you can take a guess. But with all that said, that's January's Mail Club set all finished. I almost didn't make a video for this one because I figured the mixed theme might be kind of weird to talk about, but enough people were excited about the video format that I said screw it and did one anyway, so hope y'all enjoyed the little yap sesh. If you'd like to get the merch from today's video, you have until the end of January to join my Patreon. You can join one of the Mail Club tiers to get this merch sent to you automatically, or join one of the lower tiers and buy them from the Patreon secret shop. I'll also have leftovers of the stickers available after the month is over. All those links will be down in the description. Also, if you want to check out Cast Off or watch the other videos I've made about the series, I'll have those links in the description as well. Thanks as always to my lovely Patreon supporters for helping make these videos possible, and an extra special thanks to my video shout out to your patrons: Holly, Mr. Don Matsu, Alyssa Herzog, and Neon Valkyrie. Lastly, announcement! If you want a chance to design outfits for an upcoming Mail Club set, I'm hosting our second ever costume design contest starting in February. I'll have more details coming out soon, so keep an eye on my community tab and start thinking fishy thoughts, my friends. Anyways, that'll be it for me. Fare thee well, friends, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!